And maybe you find yourself in that same place today where you just feel uneasy. You feel stressed out. You feel anxiety. You feel like every time you turn around, there's something else that's happening. You feel like you can't pray, like there's some disconnect or some distraction. I can relate to you, and I know that the best thing to do in that scenario is to get in the presence of the Lord, because He is our shelter. He is our strength. He is our refuge and our fortress. Has anyone else felt like everything is going crazy right now? Like everything is just going crazy. Maybe it's just things in your life, situations, your own mind. You're having trouble concentrating. You just feel like there's so much stuff going on. And if you find yourself in that place today, I just want to be vulnerable and say you are not alone. Because recently I have felt the very same way. So much so that I've been having a hard time praying the past couple weeks. I've been having a hard time concentrating and focusing. And even like this morning, I had to give someone a ride to work, and I don't even really remember driving to their house. Like my mind is just elsewhere. And yes, we've had a lot of things going on, and I'll give you guys an update on all of that, but it's just been a weird couple weeks. And so it's just been a very strange last few weeks. And I know when you're busy and you have different things going on, your mind is kind of elsewhere, but this seems different. And I really feel like it's the enemy coming against the body of Christ, almost in a more intense way, to where we really have to fight this warfare. We can't just read a couple chapters in the Bible in the morning and say a couple quick prayers. No, this warfare calls for intercession. It calls for active battle. And that's what I want to talk about today. And so maybe some of you are feeling that way. Maybe the last few weeks you've been coming up against one thing after another. And I think even in my last video, I had touched on that. And so as I thought about making a video today, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to talk about what I've been dealing with myself, because I know that I am not the only one that has been coming up against this really strange, heavy spiritual warfare that is basically trying to get us out of our secret place time, that's trying to take over our minds. And to be honest, the enemy has been even bringing old thoughts back to me, negative thoughts about myself, negative thoughts about just life in general, and even occasionally suicidal thoughts. And the Lord had freed me from that years ago. But here the enemy, because of all this warfare and because of just the confusion, well, I don't even know if I'd say confusion. I would just say the noise in the atmosphere has been so loud that it's just causing a distraction and a disconnect. And so I want to talk about Psalms 91 today, and really just the first part. And I had to wear my Psalms 91 t-shirt because God is my refuge and your refuge. He is our strength. And let me just grab my Bible. And so I just want to read the first couple scriptures in Psalms 91. It says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." And so as I was praying a little bit this morning, and I was just asking the Lord to help me break through this warfare, to help me to break through this blockage and this almost like this heaviness. And I really can't even put it into exact words the way that I've been feeling, but it's just been almost like functioning on autopilot, like you're doing your daily life, but you're on autopilot. And I haven't been even praying in tongues as much as I usually do. And so my mind and maybe my focus has been elsewhere. But the Lord reminded me of this first verse because it says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High." And it reminded me of that secret place, that when we dwell in his presence, that we will find rest in his shadow. But if we aren't dwelling in the secret place, if we aren't getting in there every single day, we lose that rest and we become restless. And I think that's the place that I've come to in a way is this restlessness. And it's like my heart longs to get back to that rest in him. And maybe you find yourself in that same place today where you just feel uneasy. You feel stressed out. You feel anxiety. You feel like every time you turn around, there's something else that's happening. You feel like you can't pray, like there's some disconnect or some distraction. I can relate to you, and I know that the best thing to do in that scenario is to get in the presence of the Lord, because he is our shelter. He is our strength. He is our refuge and our fortress. And it goes on to say, verse 3, "Surely he will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." And so a lot of times I picture the Lord covering me and how I'm secure and I'm safe in that shelter. But when we venture outside of that shelter, and maybe not even purposely, but letting life and the distractions of life bring us out of that secret place and being diligent in that, that's where the restlessness comes in. That's where the distractions and all of those things come into play. And so today, I just wanted to be completely transparent with you guys. Like, life is hard, and there's times that I feel really on fire for the Lord, and I feel really joyful and filled with hope. And then there's times where I go through seasons of discouragement and seasons like this where it's like you feel like it's just an all-out assault from the enemy on your life, just on the plans and the purposes that God has for you. And so I hope you guys can relate to this in some way. And maybe some of you can't. But for those who have been feeling this same way, I would just say read Psalms 91. Pray that over your life every single day. Because we need to fight in this battle. We need to stand up and shake off the enemy, because the enemy is not equal to God. There is no comparison. Like, our God is greater than the devil. Our God is greater than his schemes and his plans. And we are his children. So the enemy is not God's equal. He is a created being. And so we have power and authority to push back against the enemy. But we need to get into that secret place in order to be filled afresh, to find that rest in Jesus. And so I hope you guys find that helpful, but I just wanted to also give you guys an update just on the things that we've had going on. So we finally did get our foster license through the state of Ohio. Um, and we have been house hunting. I think we found a house. We have an inspection on Friday. So as long as that goes good, we will be moving forward with this house. So we are excited about that. And I will be excited to put this behind us because it's been a really crazy time. This is actually house number 7 that we bid on. And it's just been a whirlwind. But we know that God has been with us through this. We know that his hand is in it. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Also, my dad did go to a cardiologist, and he's kind of working on his diet. He's working on changing some things right now physically. I appreciate you guys praying for him. I appreciate you guys just praying for his health, that his heart would be healthy, that the Lord would give him wisdom and guidance on what to do or what not to do. And then also, if you could pray for my family as well. My grandma, my last grandparent, actually, it's my dad's stepmom. She passed away rather suddenly yesterday. So if you could just pray for our family. I did get to see her last Friday at the hospital, and she wasn't really there mentally. She couldn't speak or anything. So I really pray that she knew that I was there with her. But if you could just keep our family in prayer, we would appreciate it. If you guys have a prayer need, if you can relate to this heavy spiritual warfare, to this place of almost just being on autopilot, and you're really feeling like you're under attack from the enemy, leave a comment below, because I would love to pray for you. We know that when the body of Christ comes together, that there is change. And really, that's why I'm sharing this with you guys today, because every day for me is not perfect. There are times when I think when we are really going after the Lord and following his plan and his purposes for our lives, that extra warfare or even heavier warfare comes against those. And because why would the enemy mess with people that aren't following the Lord or aren't doing his will, or just, living in complacency, doing nothing? No, he's going to go after those people that are fully following the Lord with all of their heart. And so in a way, this warfare is probably a good thing, but I need prayer as well. Like I just do, just for a release from this heaviness. Just a release from things of the past that the enemy's trying to bring back up. And I just need strength. I need determination to keep moving forward despite how hard things are sometimes. And just to trust the Lord in what he's doing. Because sometimes I feel, or maybe it's more I question, am I on the right path right now? And so if you guys could pray for me, I would appreciate it. But I just wanted to jump on and share a quick update with you guys. I know sometimes a little time goes by in between videos of mine, and quite honestly, it's just because of how I've been feeling with everything going on, and I have been very distracted and just dealing with a lot of different things coming all at once. And so thank you guys for always checking in, for always asking how I'm doing. I am truly thankful for all of you. I really am. And so I'm praying for you as well. I hope you're having a great day. And until next time, we'll see ya.